Oh, man. Got a message from Hayden.
I'm here.
Hey, what's going on?
Going good. You're going really good, actually.
What's up? What's happening?
Well, someone found them a significant other.
Ooh.
So I'm in a good mood.
Awesome. I'm so happy for them. No, I'm kidding.
Right, like
Whoever that person is.
Don't you go re now. Well, I am so happy for you, Hayden.
Thank you.
Sash and Dano going to be joining us too?
If they're still, hold on, I'll be right back. They're in like a group call.
No problem.
Didn't even finish the statements. So how would help things up this guy?
Yeah, I found that if you really want to play Ark on a server, you kind of need to always have everything running in the background. Like you can't take a break from it at all.
Yeah. That's why I just park at my house. But I'm just confused because I've seen people pick things up with these RGs, but I have no clue how the hell to do it.
Right.
They'll be here in a little bit.
No problem.
They kind of low-key do what I did and kind of forgot about it.
It's all good.
I got engrossed in Monster Hunter.
That does happen.
Yeah, with all the
Well,
new events out right now.
Oh yeah.
We discovered one of the events is a supersized Great Jagras.
Yep.
Basically arc-tempered, but he literally just poops gems.
Oh
Like,
really?
It's not out of him, and he just drops gems all over the place.
That sounds painful, actually.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god,
not
he
healthy.
sucks so bad. Like, he's so hard to do.
Imagine like pooping out gems though, like hell.
Right?
All right, are we ready to get going?
Where are we going?
Just let me know when you guys are logged in, and we'll start this up.
I've been logged in for an hour.
Doing the new one, right?
Yeah, we're doing the new one. I went back and I kind of I realized something about the arcs and how I have them set up in Roll20. And the thing is that this one here is separate from what is it, the other one. So we, like, after we finish this one, we'd have to log into another game. But the next game itself or section has two parts, and I can just continue that. So therefore, we'd only have to transfer what is it, like player characters, like the character sheets. We'd only have to transfer it once. I think it would just make things a little bit more easy.
Whatever's gonna be easiest. Also, what is this? You can only earn 50 Pokecoins in a day on a daily limit. That's ridiculous.
That's
No,
how it's always been.
yeah, I remember when it first started, and they had basically unlimited. And then like after like 3 months they capped that because you had people that would just spend an exorbitant amount of money and then they would just go and just destroy gyms, and then they'd put in what is it, chances, and just tank
Ew.
and just
Yeah.
and then they all they do is they and their friends would all just pump chances in there, so you basically couldn't kill anything in the time frame.
That's annoying because that's still like viable.
Yeah.
These can suck my suck my ass.
Yeah, that and what is it, Blissies? Oh,
Yeah,
see a
There's a
Blissy and
bunch
it's
of-
like, oh.
there's a bunch of Valor that have like 6 blissies in a gym. And it's just like, well, not this one.
I can't remember what was it. There was like Whalmer, I think was the Whalmer's evolved form. I can't remember which one it is. But
Whale Lord.
yeah, Whale Lord. Oh my good God! Have you seen the HP on that thing?
Well, for 400 candies to evolve the bloody thing, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, but I mean, like it takes
God.
it takes
Oh,
four.
shit, it's something.
Yeah, it takes 400 to evolve the what is it, Gyarados, but Gyarados isn't a tank at all. Like Gyarados gets knocked out.
Water and dragon type.
Yeah, but it gets knocked out really quickly in Go.
What about Altaria? Because I've never actually seen one on a gym or anything like that, and that's another 400 candy one. Which
Yeah, I haven't seen one either. All right, is everyone ready to go?
should be good.
Should be good. All right, we'll get our live scene up and running here so people can see what we're doing. That way we're not going through an hour of stream, but then people will be like, hey, is this just one of those listening D&D rounds?
You tell them yes.
All right, so looks like everyone's logged in. Everyone has permissions. They can access their character sheet and everything, no problem.
Let's find out.
Good. Just doing a double check before we get moving and whatnot. And I can't move my character.
I can't move my character, but I'm not really trying right now. You fancy even have all the spells and stuff set up.
Yep. Also, Palf, if you go to your character sheet and you click on initiative when it turns red, you can roll initiative that way. And if you want to just roll for your greatsword, all you have to do is click on greatsword and it'll roll it for you. So you don't actually have to put in the dice.
Hayden,
Uh-huh.
open your damn gift from me for God's sake, so I can send you a
I'm-
new one.
Eating.
Told you. Damn it, how do you use these things?
All right, so is everybody good?
Yes.
Okay.
Pupper.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need puppers.
I also need to re-roll Pupper's HP. Like, I know he had 5 when I got him, and then because I've leveled up, does that mean I get another?
Yeah.
What is attacking my base? Oh God, why are you here? Oh, it's the female.
There you go.
Oh.
There's puppers. And
so
I
might
will give
be-
you control of puppers.
Might be mildly
I like that one.
indisposed while I try to get this T-Rex.
I mean, I was mildly indisposed right now. I was fucking trying to live.
Yeah, we came in. It's like, guys, are you coming? And Tanya's like, I'm in the middle of the man.
Middle of an anthem mission here. I ain't no tricky.
Which, by the way, Anthem is freaking awesome by the looks. I mean, I haven't played it, but it looks freaking awesome.
There we go. Puppers is in game. You should have control of puppers. Can you move puppers?
Yep.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah. HP. It's either okay, so it's 11 with a 2d8 plus 2. If I want to give him more health, how much do I get?
So what I'll have you do is uh let me take a look at the wolf real quick here, and I will tell you how much more HP you can give him. I will also let you re-roll his HP from what you had before, unless you just want to give him the 11. So I am looking at his character sheet, if you want to put it that way, and I would say that if you gave him an extra a D8, so it would just be a 3d8 plus 2 is what I'll give you for his extra health. And if you don't want to roll it, then just add an extra 4 on top of it and give him 15 total.
Look, I'm probably gonna regret rolling it, but I'm gonna try it. So,
Okay,
was it 3d8 plus 2?
give him 3d8 plus 2.
Not regretting. So that gives him
Yeah.
19 total.
Yeah, no, that's rated average, so no, that would give him that would be
His
that's his
original was 5.
yeah, no, this is his total health.
Oh, okay, cool. I also adjusted in the character sheet because when I used the generator, it put my armor class at 16, and I thought it was supposed to be 17.
It is 7. It's supposed to be 17. When I redid it, I forgot to. So I was going through them really quickly, and I forgot to put in the magic items that I allowed you to have. And most everybody took an armor magic item. So,
I see.
if your armor is down by 1, that would be the reason. I think it's the same with Layla. I don't know if I changed yours.
Yeah, mine dropped down by 2.
Yeah, you should have what is it, 17, not 15. That's my bad.
It's all good.
I was gonna fix that. Real quick.
Alright, correction. I can take out level 50 Rexes with this bird. Holy crap.
There we go.
I like it.
All right, so let's get started here. So you guys are sitting in the guild when suddenly the door, or after your quest, you had finished the necromancer in the what is it? The learning necromancer inside the keep that you guys were in before, and now you came back to the guild and you're sitting around. You haven't had work for a couple days. You guys are looking to get a job when suddenly the door opens up in front of the gate. There are 2 armed guards and a guy who walks in with a very nice looking cloak. And he's a bigger guy. He has armor on him as well. The guards walk with him up to the guild marm, and he says something to her. And then she turns and she kind of gestures towards your guys' group sitting down there, and he comes over and walks towards your direction. And he turns to you and says, "May I have a moment of your time?"
Sure.
I I'm kind of curling myself up in my chair and you know how sometimes you slink down into the chair and your feet go under the table and your eyes just kind of drop to the table. That's me.
Yep. I am. The man continues and says, "I am in need of something being retrieved."
We're
Is
your
it
group.
shiny?
What's going on?
I would prefer that we kept this as discreet and as basically I'd like to keep this as secret as possible. Here's what I need from you. I need you to go into the sewers and collect a family artifact.
My hometown, the sewers.
My hometown, the sewers.
Sure.
um, all right. So, who is trained in perception?
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. Choose who is going to make a perception roll and who is going to assist.
Not
Who
me.
has high perception?
Sasha, what's your perception?
I haven't taken any points of wisdom, so I'm still at 4.
And I don't have it trained, so I'm only at a 2.
I'm at 4 as well.
I will assist my lady.
Alright.
Okay, Alexander, you could also assist, I think.
Okay. That's weird though, because I have it set up like it was a skill, but it's not.
You should
This
be
is why
trained
I'm
in
not
it.
the one rolling.
You should be
Sort of.
trained in it. Go
I
ahead.
thought so, but it's not. So.
Go ahead and click on it.
Check your other character sheet.
All right. So, Hayden, you and Shalashashka, who is kind of like pointing at like something like looking like to look at his head, you guys both you realize that he is the king. The king has basically
Oh.
come to sit down at your table and ask you to look for something.
Now I feel uncomfortable.
I slink further under the table.
And he is obviously cloaking himself so that he is not seen in public. Though there are 2 armed guards that are still standing at the door. They're all dressed in full plate.
Huh.
Yikes.
Anyway, he says, my son, he wasn't paying attention in his history lesson up in our room of heirlooms. And while his teacher was not paying attention, the young prince took our holy family scepter and was swinging it wildly around the room. When our teacher went to take the scepter from him, the prince lost his grip, and the scepter went flying out the window.
I was about to be like, if it went down the toilet, I swear.
Well, it went flying out the window, but the window is also in a tall tower. Normally, we would not have a problem with this because we would just collect the scepter and it would be repaired. But below, on the pavement below, there were some men that were in the courtyard that were fixing a sewer hatch. And it hit the sewer hatch and shattered. The 2 main pieces of the scepter broke off, and there were 6 jewels that were on the scepter itself, which also all shattered and broke. I need this scepter retrieved from the sewers, and right now all we really need are the head and the shaft. That's all we need. We do not need the jewels, but for every jewel you bring back, I will give you gold on top of this quest itself. So I would prefer to hire externally for this because word gets around, and I don't want people knowing that there is the family scepter that is lost in the sewers. We don't want to start any trouble here, and I don't want my guard to go after it because I don't want them to look bad. So, also some need to know information. The wizards, artificers, and chemists have been rather lax in their dumping of unwanted items and failed experiments down the drain. So, due to this fact, finding people to work in the sewers has been difficult. Turnover has been quite high and has been increasing.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm casually like walking towards the door.
we would like you guys to go and retrieve the scepter and bring it back.
Sorry, that whole like he just throws experiments down the drain too.
Down the drain, down the sewer hatches, and yeah.
This is where my character just sighs and mutters an angry curse at idiotic wizards not disposing of their things properly.
Like,
Haven't they learned by now? They throw the trashed experiment down the drain, and it mutates even more, and somehow turns into a giant fire-breathing dragon or something.
Fire
You would
breathing?
think that,
You mean poison breathing?
Poison breathing, fire breathing, it'll breathe some nasty stuff that potentially kills anyone who goes down there.
You would think, considering that these are people that work for the royal family, it would have a more proper way of
And you
disposing.
also think they have a better method than dumping it into the sewer systems underneath the city.
You would think, but
That seems like a potentially that's like, you know, lighting a long fuse to a powder keg.
a very long fuse.
Yeah, it's
So,
like it's gonna
like-
blow up eventually.
So, is there like a small list of the stuff that we can expect to find?
Well,
Or is it a large list.
well, there have
At least
been
know how long they've been dumping stuff in there. Experiments.
they've been doing it for the last couple of years.
Just a couple, huh?
Yep.
We're talking like once a week, twice a week, 12 times a week, like what?
more like on a daily to once every other day basis.
Oh, okay.
This is where my character just rolls her eye and starts rubbing like that place right in between her eyes.
So there are notably some rodents of unusual size and creatures of unusual size down there as well.
Great. That sounds fun.
My ears are starting to perk up at this point because I'm like, animals.
I was gonna say she's got that crazy look on her face again.
More poppers.
Oh, all right. So they lead you, or you are led to the sewers, and the sewers are dimly lit. So it's not night vision, but it's not definitely not daylight inside there.
Right.
So your field of vision might not be as far as in the last couple games that we've played, unless you have dark vision.
Which I do.
Yes.
I do too.
I do not.
Because apparently it's a racial part for dwarf.
Yep. Well, dwarves live underground mostly.
Oh, right. I'm retarded.
All right, so let's get started here. You guys open the gate, they lead you inside, and you guys are now here within the sewer.
First,
What-
having to go into a sewer, I like the fact that none of us asked them, like, hey, how much are we getting paid?
I mean, that was going to be my next question, but I was too busy trying to think about all the puppers I could get.
You're getting, 2,000 for the quest itself, and an extra 500 for each jewel you find.
Ooh.
Must find Chinese.
But then again, he is a king. I think he could help it.
Right? Like, I need at least 10k. It's fine.
Anyway,
Anyway.
So, who would like to go or move to see better? Let's just say.
I'm pretty sure I have low light vision.
Okay.
I will move up to here.
Okay. Oh, let me get this here.
I don't think it's on my character sheet. I think I'd have to dig it up, but I'm pretty sure because of my race I have low light. And that
Alright,
takes me
team,
to
which way y'all want to head first?
I'll give it to you, Sashera, low light.
Cool.
Would anybody like to perform any checks at this time?
Probably perception would be too bad of an idea, right?
Sure.
So,
How about Sasha's tribute?
What?
Or I can do it too.
I mean, look at what happened in my last perception roll.
Alright, I'll do it. Let's go.
Go
Gonna
for
roll
it.
that perception.
Fantastic. So looking at the screen from the angle that you're looking at it, to your left, you can hear some heavy-footed scurrying going around, and to your right, you can hear light-footed scurrying going around.
scurry.
Is that a car?
I'm gonna assume it's rats.
Probably a good assumption. How big are
Probably.
these rats?
Well, considering the ones from the left had bigger footsteps, I think these ones to the right may be a little bit easier to deal with.
But the other thing that you do notice is that to the right there are obviously more, but to the left there's obviously less.
So,
So there's more creatures to the right that are scurrying around. But to the left there are less creatures. They just sound bigger.
Popper, go sniff things.
Can you roll a stealth check for puppers?
Sure. Stealth is +4.
Yep.
Is it a D20?
Yep, D20 plus 4. I would just roll your stealth because I think you've got the same thing, don't you? And doesn't he roll the same skill set that you have for your character?
Not sure. Looking at the character sheet, he's got skills in perception and stealth.
Okay. Well, I'll just have him. I'll just have you roll your. Well, you rolled high enough anyway. So he moves in, and this is what he can see. and they cannot see him.
He is a heckin' good boy.
He is a heckin' good boy.
What in the hell is that?
You notice that those are giant lizards. They're lizards of
Wait.
lizards of unusual size.
I thought they were going to be rats. Y'all, I messed up.
Rats aren't the only thing that scurry.
Yeah, you just assume because of that classic trope of rats being infesting. Sure.
Now, I'm kind of scared of the bigger noise though, because that could be like an alligator, right?
Palf, why are you moving your?
I accidentally moved.
Yeah, I can tell. I tell you moved way the hell off screen.
Let
Paul
go.
says no lizards for me.
Also, Puppers is not not too happy to be in this situation. It's not like he's not behaving as if these things look like they're docile or tame or passive.
I bet we fight.
Well, probably gonna have.
Yeah, we can see how tough it is, I guess.
Come back, puppers, come back.
Okay, you
Good
can
boy.
bring Puppers back. How do you guys want to do this?
Is this the part where I cast Speak with Animals?
I mean, from the model, they look more like skeletal lizards, but sure.
No, they're experimental lizards. They're just big. And aminals are still aminals. It doesn't matter how big they are.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they look more like skeletal lizards.
Hold on just a second.
The last
I think we're just having nightmares from the last little bit we did.
I would too.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Wifey came home. She had a long day at work.
Aw.
Oh, good.
All right, so what is the plan? What is your guys' plan right now?
well,
Have to fight either.
I think we should just go in.
Okay.
well, you guys can go in. I'm not the leader.
Well,
Not the leader.
as it is right now, they are unawares of your movement. The closer you move to them, I'll have to roll a perception check to them. If you do a stealth check to get close enough to them, I'll let you get it. Depending on how high the stealth check is, will determine whether they see you, whether you get a movement in, or whether you can move in and attack before the first round. Or before we roll initiative. But the only person that can do that is one that's trained in stealth.
Not me.
Not me!
Not me.
Right back.
I mean, I have high dexterity, but I'm not trained in it.
Okay.
I mean, or because we can see them. I'm guessing they're in my attack. I could just.
Yeah. Actually, you and Sash could both trigger them right now. I'm pretty
Well, if anybody,
pretty sure the cleric can also cast Sacred Flame. I'm also pretty sure the druid could cast their cold spell as well and hit them.
are we Are we
Right.
classifying water as difficult terrain, or what's the go there?
The water itself is a little over a meter or a little over 3 feet deep around you, and certain areas it's deeper than others. But if you look close to you, it's about 3 feet deep. So if you go in there, it's going to be difficult terrain. So your movement speed will be halved.
It's more, I'm wondering if those lizards are going to start jumping in the water to take a shortcut across.
They might.
So they might. Okay, it's a possibility. Is all I need to know.
Yep.
Oh
Those
well,
dr-
if everyone
Neck
wants
lizards
to.
are from Australia, right? The ones that run on the
Yeah.
water.
No, that's Jesus lizards.
Are they
mean,
also
real
from
neck-
Australia?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's literally named the Jesus Christ lizard for a reason.
Wonder why.
But I mean, frills run the same way. I don't know if they actually do the whole on the water thing.
All right. So, are you guys wanting to attack from here? Because I'm pretty sure all of you can hit from here, except for Palf.
Well, if people want to position themselves where they want to be sitting, and then we can take some shots.
Sounds good. Let's do that. Palf, you are a meat shield, just so you know. Which means you should be in the front. Palf? Are you there? Hello? Turtle? Alright, I'm just gonna move his character for him. You might have his mic off. Alright, go for it. Everybody all set up?
I'm happy.
Alright.
I think I am too.
And I will move him up here like this. And out of you four, choose who goes first. I'll let you four get one shot off with your ranged, and then we will start combat. I'll just say that you all go at the same time. Who wants
I guess
to?
I'll go first then.
Okay.
I'll
Go.
go for that lizard boy there.
Sounds good. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
You got your crit off there at the very beginning. Go for it. Roll your 2d10 plus 3.
Wouldn't it be +4 now?
Oh,
I've
it
got
is. It
the,
is a +4. My bad.
Yeah, because I put up charisma.
Yep.
It says here. 2d10.
All right. He is still alive. Next is who wants to go next?
Alright.
Okay. Go for it. Are you marking him?
If I could, please.
No problem. Oh, looks like Palf dropped out of. Well, you definitely hit.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you dropped. Looks like you dropped out of Discord. No problems though. Definitely hit.
Okay, and then. So it's d6 plus 4. And I've still got the. Oh, I should have put it as +5 because I got the +1 arrows.
Yeah, but you're also rolling a d8 for your longbow. Your longbow should be a d8.
Oh, okay. The
8.
bloody. I tried to put it as a D8 in the character sheet so that I could keep track of it.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't. It refuses to let me have D8. It only lets me have D6. And I don't know why.
That's weird. I'll see if I can fix that real quick. Go ahead and just roll a D8, and then we'll just add that on top of it.
I'm going to change it to +5 for the extra arrow damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's the same score anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Did that fix it?
It looks like it did, yeah.
'Kay.
I don't know why it wouldn't let me put D8 in.
Alright, so we will add that on top there. Okay, sounds good. So is that D6 there then your mark? We'll use that D6 as your mark then?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, sounds good. Oh. And he is still alive as well. Go ahead, Layla. And then we'll have Alexander jump in.
I might be a little bit small
Okay.
on all my buttons and everything.
Okay. So, I'm actually going to use my new cantrip that I just got,
Yeah.
which is
Should be a 1d6 and you push the creature 1 square.
Oh, not that. I literally got another one.
Oh, you got another one. Okay, sweet.
Mhm. I have 3 cantrips now because of the circle of the land.
Ooh.
Which is produce flame.
Okay.
So I can use it to be a 1d8 for fire damage
Sounds good.
on that one.
Okay, sounds good. Go for it. I noticed that you also took the ooh. You kill it. It dies. What happened,
But also
Hayden?
took what? Oh, so basically, I'm just sitting there, my character being all cool and stuff. Like, people think all because she's a princess that she is, like, that she'd be more of, like, prissy, but no, sweetie, this girl is strong! And she sits there, conjures her fireball, and just yeets it right at it, and it explodes and incinerates into ash.
Right. Anybody who is hungry, there are some charred pieces of lizard for anybody that is interested.
My doggo starts kind of sniffing in that direction at the air, and I'm like, no, stay.
We've got work to do.
Later.
Okie dokie. Next up is going to be the Alexander. Go ahead and take your shot. Sounds good. Go for it. Unfortunately, that does miss his AC.
That's 7 times now. I'm not using the damage anymore. I'm eating it with a freaking mace.
I will let you use a different or choose a different cantrip if you'd like.
No, I'm throwing my mace at it next.
All right, sounds good. So let's roll some initiative. Let me get buddies here. Palf will be joining us shortly.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here now? Okay. Go ahead and roll your initiative then. So click on your click the word initiative on your character sheet.
You already rolled it.
Oh, look at that! Palf got a nat 20. No, that was me that rolled it for him. I didn't realize he was back in
Okay.
chat yet. So he got a nat 20. Palf, you will be going first. Hold on just a second here. Get theirs. And man, they are not they're not the smartest bunch, they're not the smartest group. These lizards are going to be pretty slow. Palf, you go ahead and go first. I'll let you in on a funny thing here. This guy right here, he ended up rolling a 1. He got hit with that arrow and he just goes, "What?"
Yeah, he
You mean
ain't
like
doing a
what you
whole
do to
lot.
the gods in Skyrim when you have like a ton of souls?
Yep.
Like, arrow them and then just hide.
Yep. Palf, go ahead and you can throw your javelin. You can hit this one here with your javelin. Go for it.
I just click my javelin.
Yep, just click on javelin. Fantastic. You do hit. So and then how do you guys did you guys roll damage before that before? You guys just set up macros for that, right? So it would be 1d6 plus 4.
I had macros, but they didn't carry over, I don't think.
Yeah.
That was
No, that's a 1d4. You need to do 1d6 and then add 4. So go to your advanced dice roller and put that in. All right, sounds good. Damage is damage, man. All right, next up is going to be Sashera.
Oh my god, Desperado, I just realized something.
What's that?
My Produce Flame was supposed to have a +6 on it as well.
Have a +6?
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't supposed to have a plus, what is it, a +4?
No, on the thing it says, like 1d8 +6 on my character sheet.
Let me check this out real quick here. Oh, no, that's an attack. That's your 2-hit with it.
Oh, okay.
So that's the bonus you get to your d20.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at where it says like cure wounds on your character sheet, where it says the 1d8 plus 4, if it was there and said +6, then you would get that like extra on top of that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I thought the +6 was like its damage. Yeah.
nope, that's how the bonus you get to attack with that ability.
Okay.
All right, Sashera, what are we doing?
I am having another shot at my mark.
Okay. You do hit. Jake rolls d20, gets a negative 421. You do kill it. Oh, you have.
I haven't even rolled the bonus yet.
Oh, I thought you had rolled the bonus. My bad.
Never mind.
It's still dead. So what happened to it?
So obviously, we've had one fight with, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get off stage. What is this? I gotta step it up. So stands, arrow fire, goes right through both the lizard's eyeballs, because you know that goes right through the brain. And I'm like, that's precision. Precision right that beat that. And then I sulk a little bit. I'm like, I don't like killing living things.
All right, next up is going to be Alexander. That guy. Shalashashka. You're up, man.
My turn?
Yep,
My bad.
no problem.
Mm. Nope.
But you did max damage. No, that's a nope. All right, next up is going to be one of the baddies. And he dips down into the pool. Oh, what's going on here? Hold on a second here. Why are you being like this, game? Okay, and next up after that is going to be Pa no, or Palf. Did you roll initiative twice?
No,
You
you
rolled one
rolled
for him.
first,
Then he
remember?
rolled.
Oh, my bad. Okay, then it is going to be one more baddie, and then it'll be Layla after that. Hold on just a second. Deemed a question. All right, not a problem, Jake. I'll check on it in just a second. And this guy also goes into the drink. Into the slurm.
Now I have to catch one of Slurms Mackenzie.
And then now it is Hayden, it's your turn.
Alright. Because I'm that creative, I'm
Mhm.
gonna do the unimaginable. The same thing again.
Ooh.
Oh no.
2000 IQ.
Changing
On that
things
one.
up.
That's the only one left.
Yep.
Wait, what happened to the other one?
They jumped into the slurm.
Oh. Alright. Oh, wait, do I need to roll the D20?
All right, so Jake has a question here. What does Japan, the name, mean? And also, how many mangas are released per year? If I'm not mistaken, Japan was a term that was coined a long, long time ago, like in the early 1500s. I don't remember the exact origin, but I know that it's been around for that long. Like, because you had, like, if for a while there was actually called the Japans. And then what is it? You had, like, the Japans, the Koreas, and, like, the Philippines. But when it finally got modernized, it was just called Japan and then, like, Korea. but I know that the name has like long origins from that, and the amount of manga that is released each year. If you're talking about major titles, and are you talking about new manga or new manga series? Or are you talking about like the actual books? More likely the number of books is a lot, and if you include porn, well, it's basically unlimited.
That's
Yay.
putting that last one mildly.
Yep. So, sorry to interrupt you there, Hayden.
Oh no, it's all good. But since that whole thing with the +6, do I need to roll a d20 to hit it?
Yeah, just go to your character sheet, and then under that skill itself, it should show up in red. And if you just click on it, what is
Yeah,
it?
I did.
Produce flame. It should just pop it up there, and you do hit. So go ahead and roll your damage for that. The 1d8. Ooh. Japan also means land of the rising sun. Yeah, there's a joke behind, not a joke, but kind of an inside joke behind that. But I don't know. It was one of those things that they had said, like the emperor of Japan had met the emperor of China, and Japan called itself the land of the rising sun, and then because the sun came up first over their country, and then called China the land of the setting sun, and the Japanese emperor, thought this was kind of a cool thing, but the Chinese emperor wasn't impressed. But the land of the rising sun stuck after that. Okay, so next up after that is going to be Dano. Dano, you are next.
Hey, because one of the spells I picked up with my tome was Shocking Touch. So I can't like walk next to the water and cast Shocking Touch on the water.
No, it has to be. It's not a physical electrical attack. It's a magical electrical attack, which is slightly different.
Well,
I will, however, let you roll a perception check before you use it, to see if you can see the creatures in the murky green water. Or, like, you could see something moving in it.
Well, considering they're red lizards, I would certainly hope so, but that's just me.
Nope.
You can also ready an action as well.
I might just ready up a spell that I'll fire off. My Scorching Ray.
Okay. See, the other thing is that like you may not be able to use electrocute the water itself so that you can electrocute the creatures, but I will allow you to cast a fire spell inside the water itself. So it's kind of like a give and take sort of thing. I tried to separate the magical ability from physics, if that makes sense.
No, that's fair enough. I was. all I'm gonna do. Ready a spell up for when they pop up. So
Okay, sounds good.
bit off.
All right, and then after that, I think you were last in line, right?
I think so. My
Yep.
initiative is like 4.
Okay. So then this guy is also going to go into the drink. All right, hold on just a second. Turn the music down just a little bit here. You guys are still in combat. And it's going to be Palf's turn. Palf, it's your turn.
Still in combat?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's 3 in the water.
Oh. Can I go swim in the water?
You can. As a matter of fact, your creature's a turtle. You can fight in the water.
See him go and cannonball in there. Whatever.
Yep. Just so you know, your movement speed is 6 in the water. Your movement speed is 5 on land, but you are 6 in the water.
Oh. Cannonball.
Okay. And when you hop into the water, this guy here
Ah.
pops in. He's going to take an attack on you. And you also get to make an attack on him.
Great.
Go for it. So just click on great. And you miss.
It's a not so
since-
great sword.
Yeah, it's,
Does that mean my attack goes off since I was ready
Yep.
for one? Or
Yep, your attack goes off now.
boom.
Your attack also misses. And then next up, it is going to be Sashera.
Okay.
Also, just so you guys know, you guys can see where they're located because the turtle can see where they're located.
I thought 2 jumped in the. Oh, there.
I thought 3 jumped in the water. Just give it a minute.
3 did jump into the water.
Okay, let's do some. I'm gonna do some quick math. Hang on. Okay, so if I go. Six.
And Puppers takes 1
Oh,
attack
he's
of
got
opportunity.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn. I was trying to be clever. It's not that clever. And then his move speed is gonna get halved in the water.
And the only person that their move speed isn't halved is going to be, what is it, the turtle. Because he's a turtle. Or a turtle.
Okay, so in theory, if I go from here, jump,
Mm-hmm.
1, 2,
Yep.
and then I had my own character move to here.
Yep.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Here, 3, and then 4. Is that going to give me advantage?
Is that going... No, that will not give you advantage. Your puppers would get advantage, but you would not.
I was trying to be a smarty pants, but it's okay.
This is the reason why the water and whatnot is here is not only because it's a sewer. I'm also trying to give you guys a different level of difficulty inside the game itself.
I'm just going to assume that my arrows are really not going to do much good from outside, so I'm actually going to put him there and myself there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use poppers to attack.
Okay, sounds good. Go for it.
So what is he? He
Should
has
be
advantage on attack rolls.
2d4 plus 10. I know is his damage, but he gets an advantage on attack rolls. So roll your attack like you normally would.
So it's a d20 plus.
6? Like you would with your short swords. We'll just use your short swords with the advantage on that. All right, well, Puppers does 4d4 plus... is it 4d4 plus 4?
His hits are 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, so then it would be 44 plus 2 then.
You second good boy.
All right, well, he killed it. He killed it. He paddles him. He jumps there. What is it? Jumps into the water. Can you tell me exactly what he does to end this lizard?
So, what with us being able to see where the lizard is, I give him a little sign. Hey, go round, go jump in, go round, because I don't want to get myself dirty. Go in, go round, and I'll distract it, okay? And then you jump, right? And so I did. He kind of looks at me reluctantly, like, do I really have to get in this forest? It's disgusting. But then he jumps in, and I'm like, you get free food afterwards. He's like, oh, jumps in. And I'm like, yoo-hoo, lizard, hi. And at that moment, he kind of jets himself, because he's right next to the wall, so he jets himself forward, latches onto this thing's neck, and does a quick snap, and just snaps its neck. And then he comes paddling back in with his kill in his mouth, and he's saying,
Mm-hmm. Well, just so you know, this lizard probably weighs more than he does.
that's okay, he's good at swimming.
These lizards are actually quite large. Alrighty, fantastic. And next up is going to be Shashalashka.
Yeah, you haven't played, what was it? 5... that count?
I'll allow it.
Took a roundabout way, but
Yeah.
didn't want to take any AoEs, so
Yep. Go for it.
I think keeping that one.
Oh, definitely. Go ahead and re-roll your damage for that.
So another D8.
Well, if you want to re-roll it, I'll let you because it's a crit.
So then is it just 2D8 or
2d8 plus 4.
2?
Ooh. You crack its spine. Quite literally, you come down on its midsection, and it snaps in half and folds backwards.
I'm sad now.
So what happened, man?
I guess exactly what you said, psycho.
All right, next is going to be...
Thankfully, Bosk is in the other room. He didn't hear that.
Next up is going to be Hayden. Hayden.
Sorry, I was being shocked that I have a cat on me. Alright. You know what? We're going to do the same thing again.
Woo!
Because that's about all I got.
Oh, you do it. You definitely produce a flame.
Alright, boy. Give me a good roll.
Yeah!
Hey.
Still alive, but yeah! Since you critted that D8 there, do you want to tell me what happens?
So, typical thing is before, it goes up to him, sets him on fire just a little bit. It's just enough to just lightly cook him, just a little bit. The dog's ready to eat him.
And then, after that, it's going to be Dano.
Okay. I will. I'm going for the last. I would keep with. I'll just go Eldritch Blast on that fella if that hit.
That did not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
And then now it's his turn. He's going to attack the cleric. And miss. And then it is going to be Palf's turn. Palf, it's your go.
I'm back.
Cool. Go ahead and move your character. This guy is the last guy that's alive. I have a truth or dare thing. It's very long. You ready? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go for it, Jake.
Can I use my greatsword?
Yeah, go ahead. Hit him with your greatsword.
Okay.
You definitely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Your 2d6 plus 4. And roll one more d6. Because we're going to try to replace that
Sorry
one.
about that.
No problem. Awesome. That's 9. That's 13 damage. You kill him. He is down. All right, so Jake sent me a truth or dare. And it says, truth, you like your mods and want to employ them when they are eligible to work. If you get very popular. I don't know what to type. I want to make this so long that Desperado would waste a few minutes reading this text. Beep, beep, lettuce means beep, 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 baloopus. I dare you to say every. Okay, I said every. Fantastic. That is the truth, though. If I do get popular, I want my mods to get popular with me. All right, so you guys are out of combat. You can get out of the water now. Unless you're a turtle and you'd like to stay in the water. In which you're welcome to stay in the water then.
Can I stay in the water
Yeah, you can stay in the water.
I'm gonna mute myself real fast. Sorry.
Yep.
Papa is kind of hanging on the edge of the water with the lizards kind of just he can't quite drag it all the way out. He's just kind of gnawing on its neck from where he's got it to, and I'm like, that's a good boy.
Is he whimpering at you to help him?
Little bit. Although he's kind of content with just kind of gnawing at it where it is.
He could also just go, you know, eat the ashes of that other one.
Ew, ashes. Nah, he likes fresh meat. Very fresh.
I see that I have an image in my head of this dog trying to, or this wolf trying to pull this giant lizard out of there, and its neck, because it's snapped, is just kind of flopping all over the place as he's trying to pull it out of the water.
And even though I'm sitting there going, good boy, he just kind of drops it for a minute and just kind of stares at me like,
Share? Share?
like, you know, have you seen those videos of the people that have the two hands and they've got a treat in one hand and like nothing in the other, and
Yeah.
they get the dog to pick, and they open the hand, it's got no treat, and then open the other hand, the dog just stares at them? It's
Yeah.
that stare.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do at this point?
Press forward.
Onward! All right. Well, let's see what you guys see. Hold on just a second here. I will try and give you more things to see. Oh, you have dark vision, that's right. Give you a few extra squares.
Alright. I want to go over to this door.
Okay.
This one right here.
Yep.
And I'm going to do a perception check.
Sounds good. Go for it. All right. You can hear some things flapping. Like there's obviously something flying inside this room. There's obviously some things flying inside this room, as well as other things that are scurrying along the ground.
I'm going to look over at the team and be like, y'all, there's something flying in there. I don't know why.
They just is.
Is it flying lizards?
You're pretty certain that it's not flying lizards.
Flying lizards would mean a dragon. There's a bloody dragon in here. I'm going to read.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's a sewer. You can fit a lot down here.
But a dragon might be.
Is the door locked or?
No, it's not. It's not locked. But are you sure you want to be there by yourself?
I was just asking if it was locked.
Oh no, it's not. It's basically it's got this little latch thing that all you have to do is undo the latch and then it'll just pushes open.
It'll open. All right.
Are you enjoying your dip in the drink there, Alexander? That guy?
Might still be AFK.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
Why did I fall in?
You went into the water to fight a lizard, but you never got back out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm sure it was nice.
All right, so the Druish princess has made a perception check, and there's flaps and skitters inside there. Skitters and scurriers.
I'm putting money down on bats.
Probably. Let's go beat the crap out of them.
Oh, that's better than what I thought. I thought it was like flying lizards.
All right, well,
Would y'all like to go inside and investigate? Because the door's not locked.
Come on, Tai-chan, leave the lizard. We got more things to kill. He's giving me the face, but he's coming.
it's like, but my prize. What about my prize?
We will get you more meats later. Come on.
Okay. Palf, where are you moving to?
He left the Discord.
He was telling me he was having some issues with some things, so probably everything will be okay.
Alright.
Alexander, where are you moving to?
Let's see. Sorry. Trying to finish up some prep and arc, and that will be 100% yours.
No problem.
Alright, y'all ready for another fight? I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna open the door.
Take it. We'll take that as a yeet.
Alright, man, I appreciate it. I gotta hop off here, though, so I'm gonna snag this and head on back. Thanks again, though, man. I really do appreciate it. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem. All right, door swings open. Are we going to do a stealth check on the door before we do that?
I gave it to my clanmate, and they got him killed, so...
Do I have to roll again?
Yes.
Still kind of sucks.
All right,
Ooh.
you guys get a movement. You can move in there. You can't attack yet, but you can move into position. And go.
Are those giant bats?
Yep.
Called it.
Okay, am I weird for thinking lizards?
No.
Sort of?
Kind of like
Oh, that
the
is
lizards you were
spiders,
thinking would have been bad.
There's a spider. I don't want to do this anymore.
Thanks again, I'll catch you later, man.
Bye.
Oh, there's a spider. There's rats. The rats look like they're walking on 2 feet.
They are walking on 2 feet.
Y'all, we got an issue!
Isn't that just a cobalt?
No, they're rats. They're rats.
Alright.
Cobalts can have
moving it.
tails.
Sure, why not?
And then I will put Beefy here in front. All right, actually, I'll put him in front of the druid just for safekeeping. Let's
the
roll.
druid's kind of risking her life for some reason.
Let's roll some
Wasn't it
initiative.
first?
And
Yay.
it's Layla. Let me get Buddy here. There we go. Fantastic. That's everybody. So now I gotta roll the initiative for the baddies. There we go. And let me put some of the stuff in here. I think we have 3 baddies going before Palf. And then it'll be Palf and then Dano. And then a Pelf, Dano, or 4 baddies. And then, okay. Just let me put this in real quick. Probably should have rolled their. I might just roll their initiative from the very beginning instead of rolling it right now. This is taking way too long. Sorry for wasting your guys' time.
These are the things we work on. It's not a big deal.
Yep. There we go. I got these all set up now. Okay, so first things first is we've got this guy right here. He's going to make a dash for the cleric. He's going to make an attack. He's going to miss. Then we have these guys are flying above you, so
What, the rats?
the rats with wings.
Jesus.
The rats with wings.
I am leaving. No scepter or amount of money is with this.
And then it is going to be Palf's turn. And he is going to shift 1. And he's going to attack that spider. With his D20 plus 6. And he's going to miss hardcore.
Eh.
Alright, and then next up after that, it is going to be Dano's turn. Or it's Spider's turn and then Dano's turn.
Oh, bye.
Spider miss. Dano's turn.
Right. I will use my Scorching Rays,
Okay.
and since I can target 2,
Mm-hmm.
I will target that one with 1,
Okay.
and that guy with the other.
Okay, sounds good.
Fine.
Go for it. And okay, so you hit. Go ahead and do your damage. All right. Well,
Rip.
they are still alive.
Are you sure?
Just a little.
Really? Are
Um,
you 100% certain?
Alright, so the next one after that, I think, is this guy under here, but I'm just going to move this guy. Oh, that's not him. Where is... Is it this guy here? It is that guy. Okay, he's going to attack the paladin.
Why do you keep saying that guy? What did I do?
And he crits.
What didn't you do?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So I am going to D4.
That's not it though, right? Not me. Not it.
And he does 7 points of damage to the paladin. Comes up with a little stabby stab. These
Found a little crease in the armor.
yeah, these rats are actually carrying daggers.
Who gave them weapons?
Probably the same idiots that are throwing them down here in the first place.
It's like,
Well,
well,
I
I'm
wanna
gonna flush you down the toilet, but here's armor and a dagger so you can survive, buddy.
Honestly,
Sashura.
from princess to king, I'm about to have a good talking with this guy.
We only flushed a couple of things. Yeah, right. Okay, considering I am one of the range users in the group, I'm gonna mark one of the big bats and see if I can't take it down.
Okay. He has been marked.
Wait, Sash, no. It's not a bat, it's a rat with wings.
Yeah, it basically is.
Okay, but don't be mean to bats, they're cute, usually. Wait,
That's why it's not a bat.
can I try talking to the bat?
I gotta scroll up a bit. Oh, yeah, that is right. I need to scroll up a bit. Yeah, go ahead. You can.
Are you about to try to tame the bat?
You want to try and
I
tame
have-
the bat?
I have
That's a
speak
pretty cool
with
mouse.
animals.
You have what? You have edibles?
No, I have speak with animals.
What?
Okay.
What are you... Okay.
I have speak with animals. It's a 10-minute spell that I can talk with animals.
Yep. You just have to keep concentration.
That's right.
Okay.
Isn't that hard for your character?
Damn.
Good point. Good point.
Straight up like that, huh?
So, is there a mark on it or not? Are you using speak with animals or not?
I'm
Or
gonna ignore the mark for a minute. I'd like to try and talk to the closest giant bat.
okay, go for it.
How do I do that?
Well, is it a?
She really plans her moves several
It's
steps.
a wisdom spellcasting ability.
Yep.
What does it read? It just is. You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. Knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters or things like that. I was gonna try and go for, hey, can you let off like a massive like screech and just like incapacitate everyone else in the room?
Okay. And the bat basically turns to you and it's like, "Why are you in my space? Why are you here? Why are you fighting in this room here? This is my space."
We got told we had to look for shiny things. And as much as I don't like just running into rooms and attacking things, I need the shiny things so that I can get more shiny things.
Well, he says
Otherwise we would leave you alone.
you need to leave. This is my space. There are no shinies in this room.
What's
There any-
what's in that box over there?
Not
The
even
box
in the
isn't
box,
shiny.
There's no shine?
The box isn't shiny.
Well, maybe you can bring the box over to me and then I'll leave.
No, this is my room.
But I want the box.
And this is my room.
It's like when
Talking to something with like,
like.
you say, talking to something with one intelligence. How?
I mean, like, these things, their intelligence isn't very high. A giant's bat's intelligence is 2. Quite literally, it's a 2.
So it is. It's an argument between two 2-year-olds.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, seriously.
So
Can I have
he's
that toy? No, it's my toy. No, I want to play the toy. No, you can't play it. That's the whole freaking argument.
yeah,
And it's in a weird ass language, so I can't even make fun of them.
yeah, no, this he basically tells you this is my space. He's like, if you leave, you'll be fine, but get out of my space.
Well, what about the rats? Will they leave us alone?
No,
Can you tell the rats to leave us alone?
no.
Oh.
This is great.
Well, okay then. Well, I will leave you alone, and I'll even do you a favor. I'll get rid of the rats, and then you can have your room.
No, you leave my room now.
Oh.
You think's gonna happen? It's a bat.
Okay. Well, do I get points for trying at least?
You do get points for trying.
Next time, trying something that may be a little bit smarter than a bat.
Well, I thought bats were very smart. Not
Not
like
these
that
ones.
smart, but well, they're smarter than the frickin' spider, probably.
Yeah, but the spider's not that smart anyway.
Let's check. Nope, spider is smarter than the bat.
What?
By 1 point. The bats literally have a 2 in intelligence, and the spider has a 3.
That's pathetic.
Okie dokie. So next in line is going to be... it's going to be some baddies. We have got... And I think it's this guy here. Nope, not him. It's gonna be this guy here. And he's going to attack the paladin. And miss. Alright, so next up is going to be... Ed Hayden was next? Yes, Hayden, you are next.
Alright. Sash, which bat were you talking to?
The closest one.
Which
Alright.
is this one right here.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it. Let's see, what am I gonna hit it with?
And then tell Sash to tell him my room. Mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna hit him.
Oh.
With poison spray. Another cantrip.
Okay.
Oh. I thought I had to roll it.
No, he has to do a Constitution save. Let me check his Constitution real quick here.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's probably not going to go too well for him. Let's see how well he does. Oh, that's a D12, not a D10. 20. And he is poisoned for 10 damage. Oh, but you have to be 10 feet away from him. That means you have to move. You have to move within 10 feet of him.
How many is that?
2 squares.
Oh.
The only way you'd be able to do that is to take an attack of opportunity from the spider.
You don't know what? It's worth it.
Okay,
So just right there, or do I have to
you have
move
to be like
further?
right here.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'd be taking attacks of opportunity from the rats.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
Yep. All right. And he gets poisoned.
Hey, Sash, how's he feeling now?
Actually, let me.
I wouldn't know he's ignoring me.
Probably ignoring you because of poison.
All right. Next up is going to be some more baddies because I think that's. Is that everybody? I think that was everybody. Yep.
I'm not sure if I had a chance, but
Oh, did I skip you? I am so sorry, man. Go ahead and take your turn.
it's okay. I'm used to it.
I didn't mean to. It's just that your initiative is set up different than everyone else's, and I kind of skip over it by accident.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just sitting at 16 up with the blue bubble, so.
Yep. You killed him. He is dead. What do you do to the rat?
Take your attack of opportunity.
Okay. Go, giant rat.
Oh. I will take one of those damages. Wait, do I put the damage in the green one?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the 35. And
All right.
we'll
Next.
figure this crap out eventually.
Yep.
But no, his turn, he tried to stab me right in the armor, so then I smashed him in the face, and his buddy stabbed me back. It's fine.
Get this here. We have. We have one giant rat. That one does damage to Layla.
Oh no.
Another giant rat. That one does not. This one also goes after Layla. Six damage.
Alright, we're doing good. 21 health.
And this giant rat will attack too. And miss. And then initiative starts over again, so we have our bats come in here. This guy's going to attack the turtle and miss. This guy's going to come over and attack the cleric. Oh, I forgot this guy over here. Okay. And next up is going to be Turtle Guy, who is going to come over and shift up this direction to help the druid. And is going to take and smash that spider. Roll is d20 plus 5, or d20 plus 6. And he's going to crush that spider. This is d2d6 plus 4. Oof. And spider and he actually has an extra 2 on top, or 4 on top of that, because of the guys next to him. So he does 18 damage. The spider dies. Okay. And then next up after that is going to be Dano.
Hey. Hmm. Okay, well, this is a little clusterfuck, isn't it? I'll Eldritch Blast the poisoned bat.
Okay, sounds good. Go for it. You do hit.
40.
Okay. And is it... Oh, I forgot to roll this. Hold on a second. You do your damage. I'm going to roll a Constitution save for the bat here real quick. He does not make it. And because I forgot to roll it on his turn. Oh. He takes... He dies. Poison kills him.
Yay.
And I'm just going to take him off the map because he just kind of falls to the ground and lays out flat.
How's he feel now, sir?
All right, so that was 17. Next up is going to be the cleric.
Well, let's hit the guy that hit me.
Okay, go for it.
I hit the guy that hit me.
Yeah, yeah, you did. The guy that hit you is no more.
It's all 5.
So how did you retaliate against him?
Wait, is this bat here too? Like, is all this still right here alive?
Yeah, all that's still alive.
Okay, then. I hit him back.
Did you want to shift or move?
No, I think I'll just stay where I am.
Okay, sounds good. And then next up is going to be... I think I have one baddie, and then it's going to be Sasher's... Or no, it's Dano's turn. No, Dano, did you go?
Yeah, I went. I killed the bat that was poisoned. Of course.
Oh, yeah. Okie dokie. Sounds good. And then... So I have one baddie, and then it's going to be Sasher's turn. And it's this guy here, and he's going to attack the cleric. And he's going to miss the cleric. Sash, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to put a mark on this bat
Okay,
and take a shot.
go for it. You do hit. And your D6. It's not bad. Definitely feels that. Definitely felt that shot. kind of stuns him a little bit while he's flying in the air. He kind of flaps a little bit, and all of a sudden, you see him kind of lose his movement, and then regain it. Next up is going to be a few more baddies, and then it's going to be Hayden's turn. So hold on just a second. I've got a 13 and a 12 in here somewhere. Yep, okay. So this guy's going to move in. He's going to attack the... what is it? The Paladin. He's going to miss. And then I have a 12 in here somewhere. Unless it's dead, which it might already be dead. And it is dead. So now it's going to be the Yeet Master's turn. Hayden, you're up.
Alright. Oh wow, there's a few things around me now.
Just a few.
Yeah, just quite a few. Alright. I'm gonna hit the one above me
Go for it.
with the poison.
Yep.
Wow, 2.
Let me see. I gotta check and see if he saves or not. He does save.
Okay.
And then next up is going to be a few more baddies. Same guy is going to attack you. And miss. The bat is going to attack you. And I'm pretty sure that misses. And then this rat here is going to attack the paladin. I'm pretty sure that misses. That does miss. And then we have this rat here that's going to attack the cleric. And then this rat here, which is going to move down here to attack the paladin. And he's going to miss as well. And then we start over again. So we have the bat here is going to move in. Or bat here was already here, so he's going to attack the cleric. Should have seen that dice roll there. It was like teetering on 20, and then it flipped over to an 8. It's like, oh god. And next up is going to be... After that, one of the bats is dead. It is going to be Paladin's turn. And Paladin's going to swing at this rat right here. His great sword. And miss. And then next up is going to be Dano, you're up.
go with Scorching Rays again.
Okay.
One of them will target that guy, and the
Mhm.
other I'll hit the mark with that.
Okay, sounds good. They hit. Definitely hit.
Is 2... Not 12. 2... 6...
All right, they both die. Killed the bat, and you killed the rat. Don't forget to give yourself those temporary hit points. And next up after that is going to be...
How much temporary is it again? I forget.
it's your level plus your con mod per kill. So 4 plus 4, so it's 8.
Did you say con or?
Or
My
your
constitution's only 2.
no, it's your not con, your cha, charisma.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 8. So I got 16.
All right. Next up is going to be Shalashashka. You got one guy next to you yet.
Yeah, let's just punch that dude. Yeah. Let's just smash his face. Cool.
Sounds good. And you kill him, I'm pretty sure. Yep, you do. And you can
Hi.
move. And I think after that it's going to be Sashera. Yeah, Sashera, you're up.
Okay, looks like I still have a bat to shoot, so if I could get a mark on him.
No problem. He is marked. You hit. $13 plus your DC. Ooh. Talk about max damage right there. Playing for realsies.
Well, they wouldn't give me the shinies.
Dano, I forgot to ask you about something. For your Scorching Rays, I will let you choose whether we take just your first roll for when you're doing separate targets, the 2 separate targets. We can either take your first roll for both of them, or you can roll them individually.
Okay.
Which one do you want to do?
Might as well roll them both.
The both together in the first one?
Yeah, both together.
Okay, sounds good. I thought I would clarify that before we would move on, just to make sure. And then after that, I think we have one guy that's going to attack, and then it's going to be Layla's turn. And this giant rat right here is going to attack the paladin. He's going to miss, and Layla, you're up.
Okay. There's still quite a few.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4 rats and 1 bat.
Alright. I'm gonna hit that one right there.
Go for it.
After casting my, Shalala.
Okay. Sha la 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 la.
Or Shalaya. whatever the spell is.
Hey,
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. Hey, I'll let you say whatever you want. If you want that spell to be called Shalalalala, it can be called Shalalalala. So that is a 14 plus 6. So that's a 20. You definitely hit.
Okay, and then I think it's
It's a
1d8
D8.
plus 4 because it goes off my wisdom.
Yep. Woo! And he dies as well.
Yay!
Alright, so now we've got these rats that are going to attack. First one's for the paladin, second one's for the cleric.
So I think the other one hit me, right?
Yep.
So I'll take 2 damage.
Yep. And then we the bat has to attack, and it's going to attack the druid and miss. And we start over again, which means that it's going to be the paladin's turn. Paladin is going to try and attack the same rat that did before. Hey, KVC, what's going on? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And this guy can't hit worth crap right now. He's having such a hard time. Next up is going to be, pretty sure that it is, Dano, you're up next, and then it's going to be Alexander. And I'm pretty sure that it's just going to be Dano, Alexander, Sashera, and then it'll be a baddie, and then the Druish princess.
Alright. I'll go with Scorching Rays again on those 2 rats in front of the bat.
Yep, this one and this one.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Go for it. And they both hit. And they are both still alive. And next up is Alexander.
Boo.
D&D is going well, man. We started the next arc in the campaign, and we're trudging through the sewers looking for stuff to kill here, because we have to search out a scepter. And go ahead and go, Sashera.
Okay. Well, I've still got the bat there, so
Well, you hit. And it dies. And then next it's going to be this rat's turn, and this rat is going to disengage and run away. And then it is going to be, I think it's Layla's turn. Layla, you're up. Yep, Layla, you're up. Hayden. Your mic's off. Hayden. That's right, the team is going strong. These guys are knocking out everything I throw at them.
Sorry. I went AFK.
It's all good. It's your turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was quick. Alright, that one, my friend.
Go for it.
Alright, it was a D20 plus 6, right?
Yep. That is a miss.
That's a solid 2.
And then we have this guy.
Oh, did I get hit by anything when I was gone?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
And then we have our last guy here. Okay. And next up, it's going to be Paladin's turn. He is going to chase guy, and he's going to do his attack on him. His great sword. He's going to hit. Oh. And do damage. It's 7. And the guy dies. He kills the rat. Combat has ended.
Well, I'm just gonna take a look at the chest first, make sure there's no traps on it.
Roll a perception check.
Ooh.
There are absolutely no traps in there, and there are no traps in the room whatsoever.
Well,
I'm
that's
going in.
That's mine. What are you doing?
We all share.
And there we go. Should be chest number 25.
He
Ooh.
lied. He said there was no shinies.
He never.
That probably didn't look in the chest.
Kevy says. Kevy said
You
he.
can't look, it's a bat.
Kevy said he played the Anthem demo, and he said he loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds great. I can't wait to get it next month.
I don't care if it's bad. I asked him if there was shinies, and he said no. I said, "Oh, can I have the chest?" And he said, "No, I don't understand."
Well, he is also a bat with an intelligence of 2.
Stash, what's your,
We really have to go over this again. Come on.
And when
No,
you
it's
said
okay, y'all.
shinies, he thought you meant the chest, not what was inside the chest.
I
Chest
think.
is shiny.
What
Are
does
you sure?
Sashira and the bat have in common?
We're not going there.
An intelligence score of 2. I'm kidding.
With me,
Let's be
I
nice.
can see, but my intelligence is actually -1.
No.
Well, that explains a lot.
If you two can't behave, I'm gonna put you in opposite corners in the sludge.
Is that why we started breathing on the same? Is that why we started breathing on the same hole together?
Giggity.
Probably.
Yeah. Hole, door, wall. That's
Mob.
yep. Okay, so where do you guys want to go next?
Well, let's see. The rat probably went to go get other rats. Do we want to just follow him so we don't get jumped on, or what?
Well, that could be a good choice. I mean,
I don't know. My intelligence is -1.
Hey Google, turn off all the lights. No point when the sun's coming up.
All right, so where are we going to next? You guys gonna go out the same door you came in, or are we gonna go to a different door? Or
Well, I'm gonna quickly go to the kitchen and top up my water, so I'll be right back.
There is no kitchen in here.
I say north to avoid getting hit in the back, but that's just my opinion. What do I
That's
know?
what I'm thinking.
works for me.
All right. I'll let Pally McPallerson get in here. Pull the dead guy out of the way. He's got a strength of 18th. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Me too.
I have a strength of -1.
Yeah.
Then you try and
Oh,
push the door open, and the door
You
pushes you.
it's
But I have a wisdom of 4.
so you know why you can't do that.
I mean, I can try.
You
I'm just imagining, like, I'm just imagining this. Yeah, imagining since she's like a door, just trying to push open the door. She's not as buff as the other dwarves, but that's okay. I blame the fact that she's a princess.
All right. Well, I'm going to, while we're waiting here, I'm going to get this scope in a little bit better for the viewers. That way they can see more of what's going on here. Let's get some music going. Kevy's go north, chase the dirty rat.
alright, well, if he wants it, gotta give it to him.
Oh wait, how do you queue up songs?
So what you do is you put in, what is it? Like I check in the D&D music and put in ! search and then put in the name, and then it'll give you a list of 1 through 10, and then you choose 1 through 10 and or from there, and then you just put in the number,
Oh, okay.
and then it'll queue. This one's pretty long, so if you want me to skip it at some point, just let me know. And all you have to do to skip it is put in ! skip, and you can skip it. Is Sash back yet?
No, she's not.
Okay, no problem.
What is she doing to that water bottle?
Well, it is a 3-liter.
And she only gets a trickle.
I mean, that's what I did when I went AFK. I went to use the restroom, and then I went and got a big old thing of 2-liter Sprite Zero.
Sprite Zero. Ugh.
Yes.
Well, I take it we're going to be going through this door here. That's going to be the plan. So I'll open it up and show you guys what we can see through the door while we're waiting for Sash.
Also, by the way, the song that I linked, it's completely fine because it's hella weeb. I'm ready to listen to however long this one is. And because of the stream, I linked the Japanese version.
Yay!
I don't know a single word it says.
Yeah, wait, what?
Interlunio?
Yeah, it's like an idol girl group.
Vega?
I don't know what the Vega part is. The songs level up.
Okay.
What did I miss?
They opened the
Talking
door.
about weeb.
We all died.
Oh, cool.
All right, so just put you guys in yourselves into position, and we'll get this started. Your speak with animals is still running, by the way.
Even though it's only 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, it's only been like 1.5.
Yep.
2 maybe.
Yep.
What does the druid keep going first?
Well, the bard went. The
17
bard.
armor.
Yeah, the bard went first too.
It's the same person.
So if you would like to use talk with animals, you can at this point.
Okay, well, I mean, no one's hit them yet.
Nope.
I'm assuming, well, they're bats, they can't see, so they wouldn't necessarily know whether or not there'd be dead bats in here already.
Right.
Can I just be like,
Kevy said use talk with animals to call them mean words.
I was gonna go with more along the lines of, guys, we're just passing through. We're not gonna stay. We're just gonna walk through. Don't mind us. I know it's crazy. There's some small person speaking bad, but I swear, we just wanna walk down the hallway. Is that too much to ask?
Well, yes. Pass through somewhere else.
Okay, bye. We'll go, guys. We're gonna go through the other door. Does that mean we avoid combat or?
Well, it depends. It all depends on if you move forward or you move to a different door. It also depends on if you tell everybody else why you're moving to a different door.
Well, guys, if
Mhm.
we, how do I get? Like they're non-hostile. So if we go the other way, we don't necessarily have to fight them. If you get my drift, druid who's supposed to be one with nature.
Listen, these things are freaks of nature. They're not part of nature anymore.
What?
Kevy says fight the bats.
I'm the one druid that's like, even though I'm supposed to be in tune with nature, I'm not really in tune with nature. You get?
These are.
You're gonna get kicked.
Have you guys seen The Princess Bride?
Yes.
Yes.
You know the RUSs? Well, these are
Yeah.
BUSs. Bats of unusual size.
Oh, oh no!
I mean, what everybody seems to forget when they refer to nature and druids and that is death is also a part of nature. Cycle begins anew when you die.
I suppose it would be mercy, but still, I'm non-conflictual. I prefer going the other way. Fine.
Okay,
You're
you guys can.
fine with shooting kobolds into a wall.
Those are kobolds, that's a difference.
Alright, well I need you to shoot one of these bats into the wall.
All right, ranged users, you can use your ranged abilities at this point. The bats think that you're going around.
Little do they know.
They think we're going around. They're not going to expect us, and then all of a sudden, oh my oh, Moshinu.
Well, I'm not taking first shot.
That's a first.
I will.
Okay, go for it. What do we got? You do hit. Which one are you hitting? That guy?
The one the closest.
All right, go for it. Roll your damage. You do hit it.
Yay.
Dano, would you like to go?
Sure.
Just so you know,
No,
your
it's set
temporary
one
hit
to
points
the-
resetted.
Yeah, I read.
Yep.
Just
That
That-
hits. That does hit. And that does do a hefty bit of damage. There we go. Cleric, would you like to make a ranged attack?
No, I don't.
It's a free attack.
he's never hit.
The man's got a point.
There's a first time for everything.
Okay. Over to yonder.
All right,
Brandon?
I'm going to have
Oh,
the
like left again.
paladin throw a javelin.
Why?
And he's going to hit.
Cool. I don't think she wants you to be happy. You to be happy.
Oof. I'm letting you know right now, this guy is taking some significant damage, and if you do a ranged attack, you might actually kill him.
So
I
now
believe
what,
in you.
just everything back to normal, or not normal, but
I do it under great protest because now I've lost an arrow.
And, yep.
It's okay, you missed anyway.
You're not going to make that ranged attack, you said? That guy? That guy.
sorry. Josh is telling me a bit of news. What's going on?
Oh, were you going to make that ranged attack or not before
No, I'm not.
before combat starts?
I'm not going to. I'm just gonna roll initiative, but I need to talk to Josh. Just give me a few, okay?
Yep, no problem. Everybody,
Sorry.
go ahead and roll initiative. Oh. All right, Dano, go ahead and go.
Right.
Oh,
I
okay.
will just go over that bat again.
I gotta do Buddy's initiative too. Awesome. You hit him. Which bat did you hit?
The one in.
Right there? Okay. Cool,
Yep.
cool. He is dead. And then it is going to be... I'm going to have the cleric hold his turn. Okay. And then next up is going to be... Hayden, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try to hit it.
Okay. Awesome. Is this with Shillelagh?
Yeah, Shillelagh. I can hit him with that, right? Like, even though he's flying.
Yep.
Because I was about to say, I can have my character do some weird thing where she jumps and, like, slaps it or something.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, can you see it didn't play any noise? Yeah, I don't have any noise in the background with this. Sorry about that. Oh, what is it? Oh, Kevy did the well done steak? I'm sorry, man. That should have played. Let me see what was going on with that. Hold on, guys, just a second. I think I might have turned something off on accident. Oh, that's not it. That might have been it right there. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I got this here. I want to make sure it works. Why is this not playing? I am so sorry, Kevy. I'll have to get that fixed. I don't know what I did wrong. Okay, so next up is going to be the Paladin. He's going to go and attack that guy too. I'll get that fixed for you, Kevy. I'm really sorry. Oh, and he nat 20s? Jeez. Let's do 46 plus 4. He kills that bat. That bat, his sword comes down and literally slices it in half. And he uses his last 2 movements to move forward again. And after that, it's going to be one more bat here, who's going to attack the Paladin. Paladin's going to eat it. I'm just going to take that attack and not even flinch him. And next up is going to be, I think it's Sashera.
I rolled a 6, so.
Yep, you're next.
Okay. Can I get a mark on the last one then?
There's 2 of them.
Is there 2? Oh. I can't. Ugh. Oh, at the back. Okay. Oh, the closest one.
Okay, sounds good. I'll put a mark on him. Make your attack. You hit. Fantastic. Ooh. That's enough to kill him. He's dead. He wasn't the healthiest looking bat. And I am going to have Cleric come out, and he's going to use Sacred Flame. Because he's not here. I want to see if I can get it to work. I gotta get DC. It's a DC. And he hits. Alright, so this thing is gonna move in then. And he is going to attack the Paladin. And hit the Paladin. Oh. And then we should have a reset in initiative. So Dano, go ahead.
Right, I'll poke that bat there.
Yep. That does hit him. Ooh. Beefy. Fantastic. Sash needs a nerf to OP. It's hilarious.
I do.
Alright, so after Dano, it is going to be the Cleric. I'm just going to have him move in and attack. Nat 20. That's 2d8 plus 4. $12 damage, and it's dead. There we go. Combat has ended. This might actually be a good stopping point for today. There's more stuff to come later. If you guys want to keep going, we can, but this might be a good stopping point.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm happy to stop here, I don't mind.
Okay.
I'm cool.
We can keep going if you'd like to, and if everybody wants to keep going, I'll keep going. But if it's going to be starting getting too late for some people or too early for those that are in the U.S., we can, yeah, we can. If you want, we can stop here, or we can keep going.
Was that to me?
I'm asking the group.
Everyone.
I'm asking the group what
I'm
the
happy
group.
to Adam.
So, like, can we get all those in favor of stopping right now, and then we can pick it up next Saturday, and all those in favor of what is it? Keep going a little bit farther. So, who wants to keep going? And who would like to stop here, and then we'll pick up next Saturday?
Well, there's your answer.
All right. Sounds good. We'll pick up next Saturday, and then Felice will be joining us as well.
Yay!
Awesome.
And then, so we'll have Palf and Felice, and then we'll have Dano, Sash, and that guy. So we'll have a lot of fun. Let's see who is online right now, who we can raid. Well, Druhillian is playing Anthem right now, so we're going to raid him. And we'll be back next Saturday for more D&D. That's when I am streaming now. So come check us out then. And thank you again very much, KVC, for the 25 biddies. I will get that fixed so that it works better now. And take care, man. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. There we go. And that takes us offline.